Hey, have you just sitting there right before a sales call? And what happened is, even you were pretty much prepared. If you know everything, you have your body, you are in a state, and right before the sales call rings, or during sales call, just during sales call, what will happen is, the moment you go to the transition, what will happen is you feel like everything is bad, and like you can sell. You try your best, you do everything, you have your script, you have everything on point, you have your state, but you cannot sell. How many of you have experienced that? Because I have. Back in the days, right, I had my sales call, and right before the transition comes, I have my script there, everything is there, everything is perfect. And what will happen is, just right before the transition, I have like the click in my head. And I know why it happened, but everything just is falling apart. And I have this fear of selling that, dude, I'm so afraid of selling, right? It is like, you have like the wish that you never sell to this person. How many has experienced that thing? Right before you are selling, you have this wish in your head that this person just leaves, it will never happen, or I don't deserve to sell anything to someone. How many has experienced this kind of feeling? Because I have, a lot of times. Now, but how many of you had products to sell and you want to sell them? Because you feel you have your audience and you truly understand the problem of this audience and you truly want to help this audience. How many have this? And you have the product already there. You already tried it on, for free for some person, but the moment you want to sell it, even for $5, what will happen is, even if it's worth thousands of dollars, you feel like cringy the moment you sell. Well, this kind of fear of selling I also had back in the days. Because I haven't understood one thing. Sales are beautiful. Now ask me why sales are beautiful. Because selling is serving. Selling is serving. And I understood it with my head, but I understood it with my heart. Like, selling is serving. What does it mean, selling is serving? Well, basically, if you want to rationalize selling, which is actually not rational, selling is not rational. Some people say, hey, selling is so rational. No, that's not rational at all. Selling is basically understand someone's problems and give them the solution. Someone is in point A with the problem, and he wants to go to point B. Where's the solution? And you, who sells something, provides him the solution, step by step. If it's an online course, it is step-by-step thing. It is one thing, like, I don't know, like a toothpaste or something like that, then you provide just one product, right? You just sell one product and everything is fine. Now, why you got actually this kind of cringes thing because of selling? Because, well, how many of you has encountered like really the sleazy salesman who wants to sell you something, but you see on the faces, even this kind of smile is just plate smile. In fact, they just want to lie to you. How many have experienced this ungenuine people on the market? And so you have the perception that many salespeople are sleazy people. But it's a wrong perception. It has given us from the get-go. Especially when it comes to things like LML, many people are so sleazy. Because they haven't learned what selling is all about. They know the theory, and they are using these products, but they are genuinely not attached towards the products. You see, there's a connection between the product and the seller, someone who sells something. And when this connection is not there, you can't try to sell everything and you not get any results. So before you even start to sell everything, anything, you have to establish this connection. Okay? And when you feel like, okay, I have this connection, it is there. I can resonate with the person 100%, 120%. I can resonate to this person and to this product because it gets me solution and I get the results and I have recommended to other people and people also get the results. This is where the true sales begins. It is not being sleazy. And of course, to some people you have to go for 8 times till it clicks. However, mostly you don't need it because you have to connect. You have the heart-to-heart connection. If you don't connect with someone, you cannot sell. You can knock on someone's doors for 100 times, but you will get rejection. Not because the product is bad. No. Simple. You are not connected heart-to-heart to this person. Simple as that. That's why identification with the product is really crucial when it comes to sales. If you cannot identify yourself with this one product, you should not sell. If you can, you should sell. Okay? Now, or you should sell another product if you cannot identify yourself with this. Now, so the first rule of sales, the very, very first rule of sales, what you should do is having fun. If you feel bad during sales, if you feel like really bad during sales, you feel like, hey, this is maybe not so good, and you feel this stress, just don't sell. Before you even sell, you have to have some absolute certainty. You have to enjoy the process. You have to have fun during sales process. Because when you are not enjoying your work, what are you doing in the first place? Let me ask yourself. Ask yourself. Nobody wants to see your suffering gaze. And no one wanna buy from such a person who is suffering. Okay? What you want to have is, you want to have a bright face. You have to have not just a bright face, but your eyes have to be bright. You have to sparkling eyes. And these sparkling eyes you just get from when you're really in love in this product that you are selling. Okay? If you're not, swap the product. Or if it's your own product, make it perfect so you personally, when you imagine yourself, right, when you're just selling your product right now on the internet, can you imagine to buy this product as a customer? When you say hell yeah, then you should sell it. If you say I don't know, or maybe, if you have any doubts about it, improve the product or swap the product, make another one. Because if you cannot sell this product to yourself, you cannot sell this product to anyone. First, learn to sell this product to yourself before you ever start to sell it to anyone. Because if you don't have the certainty that you can sell this product to yourself, where do you have the certainty to sell it to anyone? This is actually the key. This actually is the key. So the first rule is to having fun. Okay? The second rule is play full out. If you play half-ass, you attract a half-ass product. No products, but people. Your customers will be half-ass. The same as you provide your work. If you do a bad job, you attract bad customers. Why? Law of attraction. If you're some into, like, I don't know, computer games, you will attract people who are also into computer games. If you're into books, you're reading books, you will attract people who are reading books. Simple as that. Okay? Simple as that. So when you are not doing your work good, not great, but outstanding, because you're loving the product that you are selling, from the bottom of your heart, you can resonate with the product and you love it. You feel inspired to give the opportunity to other people. And it's not like, yeah, man, I feel really inspired. Because you see many salespeople who think, yeah, man, I feel really inspired. They have the fake smile. Now, how you can see if someone is selling you bullshit and have just a fake smile and wants just to lie to you or not, you see the sparkling eyes. If the eyes aren't sparkling, like they're full in love with it, well, it means someone is just bullshitting you. Okay? This is your indicator as a buyer. But if you sell something, you have to have the sparkling eyes. And when you have the sparkling eyes, then you don't have to do any transitions. You don't have to do any transitions. Because this person can resonate towards you, and the more the person can resonate towards you, the more the person wants to buy the product. You don't have to do all this stuff. Yeah, man, the product gives you this, and this are bonuses. Some people are sitting there, they want to buy it right now, and they're saying, hey, shut up, I just want to buy the product. But because in a sales pitch, when you're too much in your head and try to read out of scripts and stuff like that and try to compromise and behave the right way, what will happen is it is not genuine. It becomes robotic. And when this kind of thing becomes robotic, no one to buy from a robot. Like, I mean, some people want to buy from a robot because, hey, to buy from robots might be cool because it's a robot and stuff like that, because, it is science fiction stuff. But let's get real. People are not buying. I mean, buying is a decision. And to buy something and have a decision, everyone is selling like, hey, having decision is really rational. Really? Decision is the most irrational thing in the world. We try to rationalize so using some techniques. And I've told you some of those back in the days. But decisions are not rational. Full stop. And buying decisions are not rational either. How can you explain some women want to go shopping just to buy a cucumber and end up to buy a new pair of new shoes and a bag, and a new bag? Is this rational? No. Same goes for male. Male want to buy maybe a cable for a recorder or something like that, and end up to buy a new camera and maybe another console and I don't know what, right? Buying decisions are not rational. It is fully emotional. So you have to be emotional. You have to be on the same emotional length with this person that you want to sell something. It comes from practice, for sure. But first, you have to sell it to yourself before you even start to sell it to anyone. Any product. If you're not certain that you can sell it for yourself, as I said, swap the product. Swap the product, improve the product. Swap the job. If you cannot sell, if you cannot resonate, if you don't feel empowered from this product. Now, third one is have an open mind. You have to resonate to the story. You have to resonate to the story to the customer. What customer is telling you. Because I said you have to bring the customer from point A to point B. And when any times you feel like, hey, I feel not so, you don't say, hey, I feel not so, or you feel not but, you don't say but, you say and. Okay? You say, again, it's NLP. You don't say things like but, however, nevertheless, you say and. Simply and. Okay? You just say and then you say your own opinion. Never, especially in a sales talk, never say your opinion and say the word but, because this person directly will say, okay, he's against my opinion and he wants to sell me something, he wants to be against me. You don't want to have it. Say and. Simple as that. Now when you're feeling like your sales talk is reaching the dead end, what you want to do? We feel like, hey, it's reaching dead end, what do I want to do? Well, you can find a way, and you must find a way, or if you say like, hey, I cannot find a way, well, you have to make the way. Find or make the way. And how you can do it? Well, through deep questions. Now, what kind of deep questions you can ask? Well, you can ask, first of all, like, hey, tell me three things you like about your product you're currently using. Could you tell me 3 things you like of a product you're using? Or let me say, like, you don't want to, because sometimes when you say, hey, can we teach 3 things, what are you losing? It's better to ask just, hey, can you tell me a thing that you really like about a product you're currently using? Yeah, or using. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, awesome. Yeah, what's the next? Is there someone else? Yeah, this one? Okay, cool. And what's something else? Okay, cool. Okay, and yeah, I really like it. Cool that you have this kind of features in your product. Now, can you tell me the 3 features that, I mean, again, you don't want to say directly 3 features. You just want to say, can you tell a feature you don't like, that you feel, it could be better. Okay, this feature. Okay, awesome. What's the next feature? And something else? Okay, yeah. In this one, and maybe something else? Okay, awesome. And then you should be a little bit rational. Because now it comes to sales. Because now you want to pick one of those. You want to pick one of those negative statements, of these negative features that could be better. And now we come to technique, it's a sales technique, twist a knife. Sounds pretty brutal, isn't it? And it is. Basically, you try to blow things up, which are negative, and more, so the customer starts to suffer. And you start to, kind of go into these feelings and emphasizing, kind of trying him to be there in this negative mood. And when you feel like, hey, you reach the peak of suffering, you give them the antidote, which is your product that you are selling. Boom. You know, like, if he's like, man, I cannot bear it anymore. And you know, boom. You give them the lolly, you know, because you have like the lolly and I don't know what it calls. So yeah, you give them the good thing. You give them the antidote right now. Boom, just straight in the face. In those person, the more they're emotionally attached toward this negative stuff, the more they're likely to buy the thing that you want to sell. Now let's get to the true crucial thing. Something, okay, cool, I sell, everything is fine, this person is away. And I'm just go away. No. Hell no. First things first. You have to listen to the person when he is telling the 3 things, what positive and negative. If you want to ask the person what you asked before, where's the point B you want to be? What this person imagines to be in a point B, right? What will conclude this case? What will be solution of this case? And just in the case when your product can meet his expectation, you will do the thing. If not, you have to recommend someone else. Even it is your own rival. Even if it's your own rival, you can recommend your own rival. We say, man, I'm stupid, I'm recommending Bible and stuff like that. And some people will say, because of scarce mindset. They have a scarce mindset. People who thinking recommending a rival is bad have a scarce mindset. Because they're thinking like, hey, when you recommend my mindset, they have better sales and they will win against us and stuff like that. That's scarcity. Scarcity like hell. If you have an abundance mindset, what will happen is you will tell, like, hey, our product is okay, but it cannot really fit what you want. Instead of, we have some, like in this shop, even though it's a rival, they have the same product, but the features that are exactly meeting your expectation. Even this rival, it's even better when the rival, it's just given to them. Why? Because when you recommend the person, even this rival, what will happen? The person get good customer experience, and he or she or it will more likely to send another person to you. Okay? More likely to send a person to you. Recommendation, or how we call testimonials. So if you're 100% sure, 120% sure that your product can truly make that happen for the person, then sell it. If you are 1% unsure, then give it to the rival. Because if you know that the rival's product is better than yours in this kind of thing that customers wants, give it to the rival. It will show how abounded you are. It will show how abounded you are. Now, this one thing. Now another thing is, when you have sold it, in the case you have sold it, if you are 120% sure that this feature will make it happen for the person, for the customer, what you want to do is, and of course, depending when you work, not work, after a week or so, this person has bought the thing. Maybe this person has left a phone number, because in some cases you need a phone number. You just go and call the customer and ask, genuinely ask, hey, I'm just here from this kind of shop, and I'm just genuinely wondering, has this one product that you have bought a week ago, has it helped you? And how has it helped you? And you're just asking questions. This is really important when you ask questions, right? And you just ask a question, how does it help you and stuff like that? How could it better help you? So you can also take notes how you can improve your product in the future. Okay? And then what you can also do is, hey, do you mind to, when you really like you can just ask the thing, hey, let me ask you a question. Is it okay to ask you a question? Okay, awesome. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how more likely would you recommend our shop? For example, like this. And you say, yeah, man, it's a 9. Okay, cool. Awesome, thank you. And when you're willing to recommend my shop, is it also okay maybe to leave, if you have really good results right now, because I really like your results, could you even maybe also leave a testimonial for a shop so people will see what kind of things we are using? And you say, yeah, okay, cool. And the person saying, cool, then what you get is you get information how to improve your product. Secondly, you can get testimonials, and firstly, you can get people who can get back to your shop. You have just one free things from one phone call. Pretty easy, right? Now the key to all the selling thing is, especially when you listen to this, especially when you get like to the negative things, right? The negative things, and you have to find stories from your real life. You have to find stories from your real life, or from people who are close to you, who have your own experience, and try to find the resonate point. If you don't, and you feel like, hey, someone else has better story, especially when you selling from a shop, just take someone, say, hey, you have experience as one? Yeah, I have. Okay, can you tell him a story? Like, because people will buy from a story. When you tell the story, or you tell a story, and people will see like this negativity where it can bother them, when you don't have this feature, well, this is really important. Stories really important. If you have a story, you can sell it. If you don't have a story, you cannot sell it. It's like the thing like, sell me this pen. So many people go for the features. Hey, this pen, it can go click and stuff like that. No, man. When tell like the story, this one pen, I have it from a friend who has back then in the days, who were back in the days in this country, and has signed with this pen this kind of contract. So this country has a contribution to this and this. And when you tell such a little bit more brighter story, this cost, or the investment of the pen will rise. The cost of the pen will rise, right? The price of the pen will rise. A small story you tell, a more deeper story you tell. So really important you tell a story. Now you got the thing. The most important thing is to sell is really the key is not what you sell. You can sell everything. You can sell literally everything. It's not about what you sell, but how you sell. And from the beginning on, you have to be genuine. If you feel like you're not genuine, you have to put in on fake smile. You have to put on fake emotions and stuff like that. Give it to someone else. Give it to someone else. You don't want to sell anything ungenuine, because the customer experience matters. Because if you sell something ungenuine, what will happen is you will lose one customer, and this customer will sell to another customer. You can lose one or several thousand customers just from one sales pitch, right? But if you're genuine, you can gain 1,000 customers from one sales pitch. Now, which to choose? And I believe the second one, don't you? So it's not about to be the good salesman and sell everything and just lying to others. No, it's to be freaking honest. Honest to yourself and honest to the customer. It's not your lies that will sell. It's your honesty that sells. Put it in your mind. So, Reshaper, I hope you got some value from it. If so, smash the like button, share in the comments what's the number of things you picked up so far. In the end, I just want to make a massive shout out to Quasi Christian, Mark Kamler. Thanks for watching. By the way, I'm also doing this video right now on Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube. You can also watch myself on YouTube, and the same thing in 4K. And right now, it took me like maybe 20 minutes, close to 30 minutes. And if you want to watch the same thing, just 1 minute format, today I'm still editing the video, but when it's out, I also put it in TikTok in 1 minute. As it's under 1 minute, you can see the same video in under 1 minute. You have it just compromised, and you can just see it. Okay, awesome. You can also yeah, follow myself if you can speak Japanese and are into gaming. I'm also doing like a little bit some daily gaming session on Mildem. If you want to follow myself, you're more than welcome. I'm doing Japanese, so yeah, it's better to speak Japanese there. Now, I hope you have a nice day as always. Do not let yourself super now. See you tomorrow.